Hello, my name is Alex and welcome to my video about the purchase order feature in DecoNetwork. Purchase orders in DecoNetwork allows you to create orders in the Business Hub directly with your suppliers for only the amount of stock that you require to fulfill your orders. You don't have to overorder or guess how much stock you're going to need for the week ahead. You don't even have to double check your orders to make sure you're ordering the correct amount. The system will do this for you. This feature enables you to take full control and eradicates any human error when ordering from your suppliers, ensuring your orders are fulfilled on time. To start using purchase orders, simply select add-ons at the top of your fulfillment center. On the category, select order configuration and select add now for purchase orders. Now head back to your settings and select purchase order settings. And here we can change a few settings for our purchase orders. Here I can customize my purchase order number. I can set a prefix, which is going to be a set of characters at the start of my purchase order number, and I have a suffix, which is going to be a set of characters at the end of the number. And also I can choose my initial starter number as well. So as an example, for my prefix I'm just going to put DN, and I'm happy to keep the initial number, and the suffix I'm going to put Europe. And then for any purchase order numbers after this initial number will increase by 1. So my next settings, I have here the workflow settings, and the first option is by default all products go to purchase ordering. So if you don't use any inventory control and you don't hold any products in-house, the system will by default will assume that you will need to create a purchase order for any orders that come in from your customers. So as I don't hold any stock on hand and I don't have any inventory, I'm going to tick this option. So any orders that come in, I'm going to create a purchase order for that order. Next option is orders must complete the purchase order process before flowing through to production. So before I can start printing off any artwork, I will require the system to actually have the purchase order marked as received. So the system will know that I've ordered the products and then I've received the products, and I can now move on to printing the products. So I'm happy to use this option. It keeps my workflow nice and tidy. So I'm going to tick this and save. The next option I'm going to configure is called the Manage Suppliers option. The Manage Suppliers page allows you to set up your supplier accounts so you can seamlessly create your purchase orders and send them to your suppliers directly from the Business Hub. Some suppliers will allow you to input some live API credentials, which will allow you to see live pricing and stock availability. So I'm just going to show you the BTC ActiveWare. And in here you can see a few options here. So if I want to, I can rename the tax, and this tax rate allows me to define a tax rate which will apply to the purchase order, and I can also set a default shipping amount and whether I want to apply tax to the shipping. On this supplier here, I'm able to enable live ordering. So if I was to tick this box, I'm able to input my login credentials, which will allow me to send off a live order with BTC here. So I'm just going to untick this for now, and I'm going to click save. And next I'm going to open up my Business Hub and show you an example of a purchase order. I'm going to show you how you can create a purchase order without an order associated, and I'm also going to show you how to create a purchase order from an order from your customer. So first of all, on the left hand side here you'll see this purchase order tab. If I click this and I select start with empty purchase order, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to select a supplier, so I'm going to select BTC, and next I'm going to click add product. And in here I can see the products from BTC, and I can also search for a product. So I'm just going to search here for a 5000, which is a gilded heavy cotton t-shirt. And you can see here my quantity to order. I can edit this if I want to, so I'm just going to select 5 for now. and then I'm going to click Save Purchase Order, and then I'm going to click Send. Now I haven't got live ordering enabled, so I'm only going to send via the email. So I'm just going to send this, and then our suppliers will confirm this order, and then it will look like this. It will look like sent. So the next day when my purchase order arrives, I have a nice box of heavy cotton t-shirts, and what I'll need to do is I will need to come back to my purchase order tab here, and I'm going to click Receive Stock. And then what I'm going to do is tick on the box here, confirm that I definitely have 5, and click Save. And that is how you create a purchase order, starting with an empty purchase order. Now what I'm going to do is create an order as if a customer has just placed one on the system. So I'm going to add a product here, and I'm just going to click on this children's heavy cotton t-shirts. Now, although my settings does say that my order must create a purchase order, if I do not want to create a purchase order for a specific order, I can just click this blue wheel here and untick the box for Use Purchase Order. So if I don't want to create a purchase order, I can just untick this, but I'm happy to create a purchase order, so I'm going to tick that option, and then I'm going to click Save. So I'm just going to mark this order as paid, and if I click on my production link here, I can see now that I need to create a purchase order for this order. So if I come down to my purchase order tab, straight away I can see here there is a purchase order that needs to be created for BTC, which will require one item, which is the order I've just created. Now if you do have multiple orders coming in, what would happen is the system will detect which vendor needs to be ordered from. So it will create a list here, so you may have BTC, Ralawise or Sanmar, and it would tell you how many items need to be ordered from that vendor. So you would just select the vendor and click Create Purchase Order. And down here I can see the quantity required is 1 and quantity to order is 1, and again if I want to I can override this if I want, but I'm just going to keep it as 1, and I'm going to select Save Purchase Order, and again I can just click Send Purchase Order and send by email, and you can see now it's in sent state, and BTC will also confirm this, and you will see here it will be marked as sent. So again, when my delivery arrives, I come back to my purchase order, click Receive Stock, tick the box that I have received this, and you will see here it will turn green and say fully received, and then I'm going to click Save. And if I come back to my order and select production, I can see now I am now ready to produce my order. So thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and I hope this gives you some insights as to how purchase order works with DecoNetwork. Thank you.